All right. My name is Jenna. I'm part of Haldeman County's Digital Service Squad, and I work with the businesses located in Caledonia, Jarvis, and Hagersville and surrounding areas. And my teammate Avery is here as well, and he works with the businesses in Cayuga, Dunville, Selkirk, and surrounding areas. At the end of the presentation, I will have our contact information so you can reach out to us. If you have any questions at all throughout the presentation, feel free to unmute yourself and ask. We can stop and go over anything, or you can post in the chat and Avery will be happy to help you over there. By the end of the webinar today, we will have gone through how to add Facebook Shop to your Facebook business page dashboard, how to add products to your store, how to manage your Facebook store, and tips and tricks that make your Facebook shop more appealing to your customers. There are many reasons why Facebook Shop is a great option to help increase sales and traffic to your store. Customers can discover, share, and buy products without leaving the site, so it allows everything to be done in one place. 2, you don't have to have an already existing e-commerce site. You can start from scratch on Facebook Shop. 3, the biggest reason why customers don't follow through with an online purchase is that it's too hard. With Facebook Shop, customers see the post on their For You page and they can buy it right then and there on their account. 4, Facebook is partnered with other social media sites such as Instagram. So once you set up your Facebook Shop, you can connect it to your business Instagram and the customer can shop over both platforms. And 5, Facebook Shop is another way to catch the attention of your customer. Your shop will highlight products in a new way for your customers to interact with. So now we can go ahead and get started on setting up your shop. So it's important to note that I'm doing everything from my computer. In order to create your shop and add items and products to your inventory, you have to do it from your computer, but all the managing tools you can use on your phone. So the first step in creating your Facebook shop is to add the shop to your dashboard on your business page. So when you log into Facebook, you'll just go over to the pages and select whatever page you're working from. So for me, I'm going to work from this page called Simple Delights that I've created. So from here, you're going to go over to this More button and click on it and go down to the Edit Tabs option. And then you will scroll down until you see the option for Shop. And then you'll just highlight it so it's turned on. And then you're just going to want to click and drag the Shop button up to the top. So this just allows that it's one of the first buttons that will be seen on your dashboard. So when I go back to my Delights homepage, Shop is now a button there that it wasn't there before. And that's how your customers will also see it. So the next step is to create your shop. So I'm going to just go ahead and we're going to click on that shop button that we've just created. So here, this page is just telling you the kind of things that you will get with Facebook Shop. So you can just click Go to Commerce Manager, which is a new site that you're going to get to. And then again, you're just going to see another page about different things that you will get with Facebook Shop. So secure checkout, 0 subscription fees, and simple inventory management. So the next step that you're going to see is the payment. So this is going to be how your customers pay you. So you can either have them go to another website. So if you have a website already existing where customers can purchase, you're just going to link that website. We're going to completely ignore the second option here. That is only for US based customers. And then the third option is to check out with messaging. So that's the option we're going to do for this tutorial today. So when you do that, your customer will be brought immediately to your messenger and you can connect with them through there. So you can direct them to e-transfer or have them pay with however you want. The next step is just, it's going to ask you what business page you want to sell from. So I've just clicked Simple Delights. And then you're going to connect a business account. So if you don't already have one set up, you just add a new business account. And this will be where it just asks you what the name is and your business email address. So it doesn't have to be your business email address, just whatever email address you are often using. So whatever email address you connect with your customers the most is the one you're going to want to put in there. So the next question you're going to get prompted is, where do you want to deliver to? I'm just going to select Canada and then go ahead and click next. And then you're just going to get an overview of all the information you just plugged in. So just go through, check, make sure everything's right, and then agree to the seller agreement and click Finish Setup. So this page, it does take a few minutes to load. So if you are sitting there for a while, don't be concerned, it is loading. It just takes a while for Facebook to gather all of that information that you've just plugged in. So next, it's important to note that from now on, once you have created your shop, you will be accessing it through Business Suite. So that's just another platform that Facebook has. It's automatically on your computer when you are on Facebook and you're in your business page. But if you're doing it from your phone, you have to download the Business Suite app, and then you just log into your Facebook like normal. So to access my store now, I just click on Business Suite and I go to this commerce button. It's a little shopping cart, and it will bring you to the page where you can work on your shop. And this is where we'll be working from for the rest of this demonstration. So the next step is completely optional, whether you want to add this or not, and it's to add a payment to Messenger. So this will set up a direct deposit or direct payment through your Messenger, so you don't have to talk to your customers. You can just have them pay directly through Messenger. So you'll go to Business Suite. You'll go all the way down to Settings. And then again, click Business Settings. And then at the bottom here, you'll see an option that says Payment Methods. And you'll just click on that and add a payment method. You're going to just want to say you are a finance editor of your page. And then it will ask you, make sure you put it in Canadian dollars. It's always set to US dollars. So just put it into Canadian dollars. And then you can enter your credit card information. So if you do set this up and you do want your customers to pay directly through Facebook Messenger, you'll also have to have your customers go through this same process. So it's important to understand how to do it and direct your customers to do that as well. So now when we go back to our commerce page, you can choose to publish your shop now or wait until you add inventory. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really make a difference if you publish now or wait until later. Since I don't have an actual store, I'm gonna click Not Now. And the next step is the fun part. We're gonna start adding products to our store. So since we are just starting our shop, we're going to be prompted immediately when we go into our commerce page to start adding products. However, once we have started adding products, on the left-hand side, you'll see a little button that says catalog. And if you click on that, there'll be an option for items, and that's how you're going to add items going further once you have added items in your store. So when you click on this Add Items button, it's going to prompt you as to how you want to add the items. So there's option of manual, which you just manually do it yourself. There's the data feed option. So if you do use a spreadsheet like Google Sheets or Excel to already keep your inventory, you can go ahead and upload that, and Facebook Shop will automatically do it for you. Similarly, if you already have an existing website, you can use this pixel option and it will take the items from your website and add it to your Facebook shop. The pixel does require you to download a few additional apps, and that is something Avery and I can definitely help you with if that's the option you choose to go with. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do it manually. So once I'm in here, I'll see this is how I'm going to start adding items. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on the little plus below images, and I'm going to choose whatever product image I have. So the shop I've decided to create is a candle shop. So I'm going to add a little candle here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and fill in all the relevant information. So it's a cat candle. For the description, I've added the scent. So if you're selling clothes, you might want to add what material it's made out of. And then for website links, so if you don't have a website existing, you can just link your Facebook business page website. So when I was on my main Facebook business page, I just highlighted the URL and copied it, and that's what I've plugged in here. Now for price, it's important that you have to include the entire price. So that includes taxes as well as shipping fees. Facebook doesn't have an option where you can add shipping fees later on. So you have to add the entire price unless that's something that you'll discuss with your customers when they do get into your messenger. So then you just click the green button that says upload items, and you can upload them, and you will then see once it loads that I have now one item in my shop. So the next step is to manage your products. So I've gone ahead and I've just added a few more products. So when you go into this section of items, you can just click on whatever product you wish and upload it. So if it's on sale, if it's no longer in stock, another key feature is to archive the items. So if that product is no longer being sold, but you might add it back to your product list later on, you can just archive it. So you don't have to go through the process of re-adding that item completely. You can just unarchive it if it does come back to something that you decide to sell later on. So another helpful tool that Facebook Shop has is creating a collection. So like I said, I've added a few more items. So now I'm going to show you how to create the collection. So on the left-hand side, when in catalog, you'll see an option that says sets. You just can click on it, and then the top right, you'll just click create a set. So when I click on that, it's going to show me all the items that I have in my store. So I'm just going to create a set for all of the animal candles I have. So I'll name the set animal candles, add my animal candles, and click create. So what this does is that when someone comes onto my Facebook store, they'll be able to shop all of my products, but they'll also help them when they're looking for something specific. So they won't have to search through everything. They can just click the animal candles set, and then all the candles that are animal themed that I have added will be in there. So this would be the point when I would personally decide to publish my shop. So now that I have items for people to look through and buy, I'll publish it. Just a note, it does take Facebook 24 hours to review your shop and agree that it meets all of their standards. However, when you do click publish now, you'll be brought to this page. And this is the page where it shows you what your shop will look like to your customers. So you can change layout if you want to. However, Facebook does it themselves with their algorithm. And I personally would just leave it to Facebook, let them do what they do, unless you want to venture into that. Facebook does a really good job with the layout. And then this page, you can just look at tutorials and FAQs as to how to set up your shop layout if you decide that that's something you want to do. So yeah, I have the optimize layout button on, and that means that Facebook is going to do it for me. And then just to get out of here, I'm just gonna click on the Exit Builder button, and then I'll be brought back to the page that we've been working on. So I'll be able to see my store as inactive. That's just because Facebook hasn't uploaded it yet. And that's just where you would go if you wanted to update your layout. So the next question you might have is, what am I going to do when someone actually purchases something from me? So you will receive a message in your inbox letting you know that someone has decided to purchase one of your products. So if you've set up the payment through Messenger and your customer has already set up the payment through Messenger, they can easily just click the Pay Now button that will be prompted for them, and they can do it all through Facebook Messenger. However, another option is to have an e-transfer. So you can set that up through your online banking. And this is the option that customers prefer to go with more. A lot of people are a little wary about paying through Facebook Messenger inbox. So being connected with you and you giving them your email address for an e-transfer and having that secure checkout is something that customers prefer more. And then you are going to just accept the money. So now our Facebook shop is completely set up and ready to go. So I'm just going to go through some tips and tricks about Facebook shop to make it more appealing and seen more by your customers. So one of the most important aspects for your shop is to have good product pictures. If the product picture is not appealing, customers are not going to bother looking and they're just going to leave your shop. So first, you want to use clear image. The best quality you can get is what will allow your customers to get engaged. 2, less is more is a crucial rule. If you can only have one product in the picture, that's going to be the best option for you. You don't want to have a bunch of things around so that the customer is having troubles deciding what is the actual product. 3, use eye-catching photos. I personally like the product with just the blank background. However, as long as the photo is front and center and eye-catching to the customer, that is good. When you're first starting out with your product pictures, you're going to want to use different settings and techniques. So play around with your shop. Maybe there's a different area that works well for your products or a different angle to shoot your products on. Just play around, see what you like as your product picture, and whatever you like, your customers will like as well. So lighting, 5, lighting is essential. If the room you're taking pictures in is dark, it's going to be harder for your customer to properly see the product. And so you're going to want to make sure that the product is properly lit up. Next tips and trick to see is you don't want to ignore the collection. So that was the option I showed you where I created the collection for my animal candles. So this may seem like a little extra work because you've already added all your items. So why do I have to separate them? However, Facebook reports that this tool is what customers interact with the most. So being able to shop individual collections is what Facebook customers use the most when they are doing their shopping online. So another way to make your Facebook shop popular is to engage with your customers. So you want to use live. And when you're in your live, you can highlight your products and then link your shop in there as well. You also want to link your shop on all social media platforms. So Facebook, you can connect to Instagram, but just because you can't make that shop on any other platform, still link it on those platforms. So LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, any social media platform that you have, link your shop so that customers can get to it. You're going to want to use tags to promote your products. So when you create any regular old post, you will see an option to tag your product. So you can just link the shop through that tag. So when someone is on your Facebook and they see a shirt that they like, the tag will link them right to the shop and bring them right there so they can continue their shopping. You want to get known as being a business that responds often and quickly. So if someone asks you a question specifically surrounding your shop, make sure you answer. So this will allow for good reviews on your shop, as well as word of mouth to travel about your shop. You also want to post at the right times and often. So Facebook reports at the right times are at before 8 a.m., around noon, and after 5 p.m. So this is when Facebook is the most busy. It's before work, during lunch, and after work. People are scrolling through Facebook. And this is when your shop and your posts are going to get the most attention. So like I've mentioned before, if you have an Instagram business account, you're going to want to link the account. So I'm just on the main commerce page here for my shop. And on the third box down on the right, you will see sales channels. So if I click add Instagram account, it's just going to prompt me to log into my Instagram, and it'll ask you a few more questions about linking your shop to your Instagram account. You can just go through and follow all of those questions, and then your Instagram account will be linked to your Facebook shop. So another great tool is the Insights tool. So this tool, once your shop is up and running, it will give you feedback on your store. So you'll be able to see your shop's performance, your website, app, and offline performance, the tagged content. So if people are clicking on the content that you've tagged, you'll also be able to see the audience that you have gathered. So it will give you an age range, if it's male or female who are more likely looking at your shop, as well as how often people are visiting your shop. So it will allow you just to cater better to your audience, see when they're visiting so you can start posting at those times. And it will just give you some feedback as to when you should be posting. So another great tool we have is the Haldeman Marketplace. So once you have your shop set up, you can sign up to be featured on the Haldeman Marketplace. So I'll link that at the end in the chat. And when you go to that website, you'll just scroll down to the bottom and click registration. So once you have your shop set up, you can do that. And then the economic and development team will look to see if it's eligible, and then they'll approve you. So this page is just another vendor page. So it's a place for your customers to come and interact with your store, so they can see it on the Haldeman Marketplace, and then they'll be brought right over to your Facebook shop. So any member of the EDT team or the digital service squad, so Avery or I, can help you with this process. So that's another great tool for you to use. And that is the end of our presentation. So I will take any questions that you may have, and I'm just going to pop up Avery and I's contact information. So you can go ahead and write that down if you want to contact us, and I will link the website for Haldeman Marketplace in the chat now. And there we are.
Hi, Jenna, it's Jane. I just shared too that there's no cost for the marketplace, which is always great. And we do promote it all throughout the year. So it's a place for any vendors who have online stores to market. So it's a great opportunity to get your business promoted throughout the year.
So for the size question about if you have different sizes of products, I will go back a few to show you where the items is. Okay, so when I'm here managing my products, you'll see this option here that says variants. So if I click on the flower candle, I'll be brought to the page where I can edit it. And you can actually add different variants of that same product. So say I have a flower candle and the circumference of it is 3 centimeters. I can also do a different variant of the circumference of 10 centimeters for that flower candle. So when I have the items here, I'll just click on that and then it will be brought to the page where you can edit all of your information and add different variants. For magnifying options, so when I click on that product, it will show me a very large picture of what I have uploaded. So you will be able to see a larger option of the product. I'm not entirely sure about the max number of pictures you can upload for one product. I can definitely look into that and get back to you. I think I don't know. Yeah. So if you want to do Instagram ads, that is something Avery and I can connect with you. You do that through Instagram on your shop. You can just click, or on your Instagram business page, there'll be an option to select ads, and then you just go through the process that it asks you. It's going to ask you what you want your ad to be, if you're doing a certain product, website links, how much you want to spend. All right, if that's all the questions that everyone has, thank you guys so much for coming. All your questions are great. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to Avery or I. And have a great day and happy holidays.